Hello, my name is Andrew. Welcome to my channel. So we're just going to do an unhaul. I'm going to get rid of some books. That's what we're talking about. Pretty simple. First book that I'm going to get rid of is Warbreaker by Brandon Sanderson. I don't like this format. I don't like UK paperbacks. They're hard to read. I don't like them. I don't like having to I don't know. I just don't like the spines. I don't like the way they work. They look beautiful on people's shelves and I've always appreciated them, but I don't like actually reading books this way. In that same vein, I'm also getting rid of the Mistborn trilogy in the format of mass market paperback. I have no desire to read. I tried. You can see just how bent the spine is, and I have no desire to do that to these other books. It's just not the way I want to consume this story. I don't like the pages. I don't like this format of a book, personally. It's terrible. And yes, I also bought the Mistborn trilogy, also bought this, and I read Warbreaker and didn't even like Warbreaker. But I still want to read this, just not in this format. I will probably consume the first one via audiobook. I've had it for years though and still haven't done it. But I really want to. Obviously, I have two I literally have two different versions of the series in two different formats, and I still want to read it. I just have learned that I don't like these formats of books. I pretty much listened to Warbreaker on audiobook 100%. The narrator was great. I'm very irritated because these were very expensive. Next, we have City of Bones, which again is a mass market paperback, and I have read this everything on this shelf, and I much prefer this format by a long shot. Don't need any more mass market paperbacks in my house. I will never buy one ever again. Hate them. Next, I'm getting rid of The Outsiders by S.E. Hinton. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people love this book. It wasn't for me. End of story. I'm also unhauling The Red Scrolls of Magic by Cassandra, Clare, and Wesley Chu because this book was pointless. There was no point to this book whatsoever. I don't want it. I'm also unhauling the graphic novel for Long Way Down. Even though I enjoyed it and I gave it 4 stars, I don't ever think I will reread it. So, and it's beautiful, and I think other people should read it as well. So I'm just gonna unhaul it and let other people read it. It's an important story. In the same vein, this is a book I'm unhauling because this is an absolutely beautiful book that somebody else will enjoy more than me. Also, in the same vein, I am going to unhaul The Deep by River Solomon, which I started and I just couldn't connect with the writing. I know it's an important, beautiful story, but I just can't, I couldn't read this writer. Next, I am going to unhaul Furthermore by Tahira Mafi. I don't feel like anybody talks about this at all, so I don't know what the consensus is on this book, but I actually have 2 copies of it, so I'm just gonna get rid of this one because I already have another copy of it if I want to read it, so I don't need to have multiple copies of books. I personally don't. That's totally fine if you want to have a million copies of the same book. That's fine. I might do that at some point in the future, no judgment, but that's not a book I've even read yet, so I don't need to have 2 copies of it. Finally, I will be getting rid of The Vanishing Half, which somebody else will enjoy very much more than me. It was an important story, I think. I finished it and just felt very okay, and other people will enjoy it more than me. That's the thing here. Probably most of the books that I want to probably get rid of are books that I might have even enjoyed a little bit, but there's no reason for me to keep them. They can be out in the world and other people can enjoy them. I don't want books to just sit here on my shelf. I've already read them. I don't need to keep them, especially if I don't have strong feelings. This is a beautiful cover though. That is all. I'm unhauling for now. Yeah, no, there's not any books that you guys could force me to save because I personally don't want them and it's my house. Let me know if you've read any of these books, what your thoughts are on them. Feel free to discuss it with me. Do you like mass market paperbacks? There's people that are upset. They're like, it's the best way to read a book because it's so portable. And no, you can just read it on your phone. That's the ultimate portability is reading a book on your phone. I will leave my Instagram, Twitter, Goodreads all in the description below. I would love for you guys to follow me, see what I'm reading so I can see what you're reading, talk to me about books. I would love that. Bye!